Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to race number 4 for the Mountain Dew Voltage Cup Series Part-Timer Series. We are here today at Kansas. It is going to be a sad weekend honoring the death of number 23 Chevrolet Zachary Rogers Racing driver Jim Morton. The race for today is the Cleveland Browns 150 tributing Jim Morton. On the pole for today's race is going to be Ace Rogers and Tony Vieira. Row 2, Philip Goldberg and Brad Lewis. Row 3, Paul Sardinia and James Morton, son of Jim Morton. Row 4, Michael Cavanero and Nick Pericles. And in row 5, we have Cindy Vieira and Karen Vieira. Front row motorsports this weekend, tributing Jim Morton. Chloe Baker starting 18th and Kyle Collins starting 23rd. Team owner Sam Rogers will be in the Cup race, as well as the truck race and the Code Red race. These guys are going to take a bit of a half a lap to warm up their tires, and we'll get you to the start of today's race. Getting ready to go, green flag racing here at Kansas. James Morton running his Cleveland Browns paint scheme this weekend. He nearly won this race back in Season 3, but Zachary Rogers would outdo him. Now he hopes he can finish in the top 6 to race in the Cup race. Green flag is out. The Cleveland Browns 150 tributing Jim Morton is on their way. As Ace Rogers will lead lap 1. And wow, they're going off the track on the banking and stuff, it seems. Whoa, they're almost wrecking back here. Chloe Baker stepping up. Ryan Shea. Also, they got the SpongeBob schemes this week. The 13, Skylar Dixon, and the Squidward scheme. Emily Brooks with the Larry the Lobster scheme. And there are more into the Cup Series race. So James Morton trying to maybe at least get 6, at least the top 10, so he can race in the second race, which would be at Road America. Right now, Philip Goldberg out front in the lead. Wow, that was a bit of a lag. Michael Cavanero in second. Third's Tony Vieira. Fourth, Cindy Vieira. Battle for fifth between teammates here. Nathan Rogers, Paul Sardinia. Sixth, Karen Vieira. Oh, wait. Seventh, Karen Vieira. Eighth is Ace Rogers. Battle for ninth between James Morton and Cameron Harple. Now there's a battle for 10th, possibly. Nope. Never mind. Right now, the top 2 that would be racing Kansas and Road America are Philip Goldberg and Michael Cavanero. Tony Vieira, Cindy Vieira, Paul Sardinia, and Nathan Rogers would also be racing Kansas. Ace Rogers, Karen Vieira, Cameron Harple, and possibly Scott Greenier or James Morton would be racing Road America. James Morton's trying to stay in the top 10, but doesn't look like he has that fast of a car. Michael Cavanero getting close to the back bumper of the Zero. Michael Cavanero may be looking for his second win in the part-timer season. Tony Vieira looking for his first. So far this season, Michael Cavanero, Ryan Shea, and Emily Brooks have won. Michael Cavanero to the bottom looking for the race lead. Cindy Vieira joining the show here with her father, Tony Vieira, in the 71. Those are 2 Roaring Lion Motorsports drivers right there. As Michael Cavanero starts to pull away halfway through today's race. As James Morton continuing to fall back. Cody Hagan sponsorless this weekend. Tony Vieira getting by Philip Goldberg as well. As Michael Cavanero leads it, 6 laps to go. Right now it looks like him and Tony Vieira will be making the Cup Series race here and for Road America. Right now in the Cup Series, Michael Naylor has a 40-point lead over second place. Kind of similar to what Logan Scott did last season. But Logan Scott ended up not having a good chase in his last season. As Karen Vieira is trying to work her way up through the field here as she passes Nathan Rogers for 5th. Now Cindy Vieira trying to get by Philip Goldberg for 3rd. And Roaring Lion Motorsports is up 2nd and 3rd place. Maybe trying to get all the Roaring Lion Motorsports Chevrolets into the Cup race. Only problem with that is Cameron Harple is the other one. And he's in 8th. So you would have to get by Nathan Rogers and Ace Rogers. But at the very least, though, will be, at this point, 3 Roaring Lion Motorsports drivers in this race, Cup race at Kansas, and the Road America race. Michael Cavanero still in the lead, trying to hold off the 71 of Tony Vieira. As Karen Vieira and Ace Rogers close in, Cameron Harple by into 7th on the last lap. Ryan Shea and Paul Sardinia now looking for position here. Ryan Shea trying to get into 10th. Maybe past Paul Sardinia. They're going to come into the final turn here. Coming off turn 4, Michael Cavanero is going to win the part-timers race. He wins the Cleveland Browns 150, tributing Jim Morton at Kansas. Tony Vieira 2nd, Cindy Vieira 3rd, Philip Goldberg 4th, Karen Vieira 5th, Ace Rogers 6th, Cameron Harple 7th, Nathan Rogers 8th, Scott Green 9th, and Paul Sardinia hangs on in 10th. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. Stay tuned later tonight for the Truck Series event.